What's up, Throttlers? Aristotle Full Throttle here, and this is my review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Cinco de Mayo. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is written and directed by James Gunn. It stars Pratty McPratterson, and when Zoe Saldana is not busy being blue, she's green as Gamora. And Dave Bautista is back as Drax, and the voice of Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, and the voice of Vin Diesel as Baby Groot, who is completely useless, but adorable. Completely adorable. And anytime that guy was on screen, I mean, come on. Look at him. Look at that guy. The Guardians are back, and they're fighting the aliens because they're getting paid to do this kind of thing now. That's their gig. They're sort of like the intragalactic Ghostbusters. Nice use of intra. But then Rocket Raccoon ends up stealing something from one of the clients, and they're kind of gold painted and really stuck up, but they get real mad and they want it back, and they end up getting chased out into space, but then protected by who we find out to be is Peter Quill's father. And there's a power struggle among the thieves, and Michael Rooker plays Yondu, and he is really great in this movie. There were scenes with him where I was like, wow, that's some drama. And Big Trouble in Little China's Kurt Russell plays Ego, Peter Quill's father. And there's a really cool father-son dynamic that goes on between Ego and Peter Quill, and between Yondu even. There was actually some decent drama between Michael Rooker and, believe it or not, Sylvester Stallone. It was almost as if it was a reunion for them from Cliffhanger. Yeah. Not so much a reunion of Tango and Cash, but that would have been cool. Adventure and hijinks ensue among the Guardians, and there was a fair amount of hijinks in this movie, which I found highly amusing. Drax was hilarious. Some people don't like Drax. I don't know why. Drax was my favorite part of this movie, actually. He's kind of a static character, but he was very, very funny. He didn't undergo as much as a development as all the other characters, and James Gunn really paid attention to giving everybody an arc, but I think he gave Drax more of the humor because he knows that, you can't really go much further with Drax because he's just very Draxonian. Nebula's got such a bigger part this time, and we even learn about her and Gamora's father, Thanos, and how much of a jerk he is. I like the first one a lot. I really do. But I enjoyed this movie more. I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, 3 times. I've only seen this one once, but when I left, I wanted to see it again right away because I had so many laughs in fact, that I laughed through the next laugh because I didn't hear the next joke. There's also a contingent of folks out there that say sometimes these types of movies have too much humor or too many jokes, and that boggles my mind. It's almost as if they're saying they enjoyed themselves too much. I laughed all the way through that movie. I couldn't stand it. What is the Guardians of the Galaxy if not a comic book? You see the root word of comic. And a hilarious one at that. These are a ragtag bunch of misfits, and the joy I get out of watching them is the interaction between the characters. There were a lot of emotional buildups. The first movie was really about them coming together, and there was a great emotional payoff in that. But this movie, definitely, you wanted to see that bond continue, and you wanted to see them get back together because they were separated for a part of the movie, and you wanted to see them fight the bad guys. The jokes had some great setups, and they paid off. The emotional parts had great setups, and those paid off. It was like the feels were a punch in the gut. The comedy was a slap in the face, and the action was a pat on the head and a warm, loving embrace. Aww. So I give this movie 4.25 froze out of 5. I really did enjoy it. I would say the only problem was some of the pacing was stop and starty, but during those longer periods, I did enjoy hanging out with the characters, and I did enjoy the humor. Although some of the sketches do go on a little bit long, I still thought they were funny. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is really about finding your place in the world, and there is a place for you. Just remember, if you're ever feeling left out, you belong. There's room enough for everybody. Except for Will Arnett. Well, that's my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but how about you? Do you want to see this movie? Have you seen it already? Did you like it? Who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite character from the first one? And were you surprised by some of the characters and some of the character development in this one? I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. And a shout out to Taco Shack 27 for getting the correct answer to my Full Throttle trivia and my review for life. Congratulations. And you can always help out this channel by pledging as little as $1 to my Patreon channel, and if you do that, I'll send you a sticker. And if you can't pledge to Patreon, you can always support this channel by subscribing, sharing these videos, turning on those notifications, and liking the video if you like it, because scientifically, mathematically, algorithmically, it helps the channel. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro in the know with the fro, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching!
I liked the movie very much. I found it extremely humorous.